and you want to pay a supplier, you've said you did the payment voucher. Of course, a contract, if there was a contract between yourselves and the supplier, and finally the RTGS will have the signatories to that account, the signatories. You know, those are the documents then that we need to see so that it allays the fears that it's not authentic. Because there must be some signatories to the account who are supposed to sign, if it is 1 or 2 or 3.
Thank you, Chair. Honorable Member, as part of the attached documents, there is a slip from Family Bank that shows the payment of 3.2 million token set to company, and it has the signatures of the signatories to the commercial account of the Climate Change Fund.
Is there an agreement between yourselves and the bank, the supplier?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it's part of the attached documents.
Okay.
Thank you.
Members, I think we need to make progress on this because remember we have one fund to go and it's almost 1:30 now. Yeah, so you have to go to the house and you must have lunch also. So my directions.
Chair, is having lunch tied up to where you come from? On a lighter note.
You are my neighbor. You are my neighbor, you know.
I know you take lunches religiously, so I appreciate it.
Chair, you know even their sugars are low now. You have not even invited the governor and his team to have tea. And it's here. Their sugars are low now.
Okay.
But the advantage, the governor is still very young, so I don't think that's an issue.
Let me give direction on this matter. I think you listen to the auditor. He said that he did not have time to go through the pieces of evidence which have been submitted, and he needed to confirm a few things. And then members, you have asked a number of questions regarding the same. So my direction is that the auditor will go back and verify the documentation, originals for all these transactions, because the file, one of the file was not available during the time of audit. And then, auditor, you respond to this committee, and I want to give you only 14 days for that. And then moving forward in the subsequent audit engagement, we will want confirmation that the central bank circular is adhered to. Treasury circular on that is adhered to. So I think we will be looking forward for your communication to the committee in 14 days. And Mark, please, you know we have given so many directions on such, which I have not seen the communication from your office. So you also take charge and ensure that we get that communication in 14 days.
Noted, Chair.
So let's get to the last query. Members, the way forward is that we'll finish this last query and then adjourn. I know we have one more fund, that is a car and mortgage loan fund, and which we may not have time to look at. But since we had withdrawn the responses for the education fund, and I know there is another fund which we did not request for your responses, that is alcoholic drinks fund. So we will then have another session to look at the three funds later. So now we will just cover this one, and then the three we schedule another time. The clerk will advise on the next meeting when that can be done. So let's look at the last query, which is budget control and performance. Auditor?
Chair, budgetary control and performance. The statement of comparison of budgets and actual amounts reflects final receipts, budgets, and actual amounts on comparable basis of the same amount of Kenya shillings 265,728,422, resulting to 100% budget realization. Similarly, the fund spent 39,083,028 against actual receipts of Kenya shillings 265,728,422, resulting into an under expenditure of Kenya shillings 226,695,394, or 85% of the actual receipts. The underutilization of the budget affected the planned activities and may have impacted negatively on service delivery to the public. My opinion is not modified in respect of this matter. Thank you, Chair.
Governor, your response?
The under expenditure of 85% occurred due to the late disbursement of the CCRI, which means the County Climate Resilience Initiative funds, to Nandi County. Attached is a bank statement to confirm that the first CCRI of Kenya shillings 148,121 and 151, and the second CCRI of Kenya shillings 68,456 and 55, which were received in the account on 11th, 4th, 2024 and 5th of July 2024, respectively. Otherwise, the 85% of the budgeted activities have been undertaken in the financial year, in the subsequent financial year of 2024-2025.
Auditor, your comments on the response?
Thank you, Chair. We are going to engage in the next audit to confirm these activities, whether they were carried out since the funds were received in the current financial year of 2024-2025.
Okay. So maybe the governor, you can make the committee understand verbal explanation how these occurred.
The explanation, Chair, is that there was delay in the disbursements on this fund, and the amount for the financial year under review came in the current financial year. So the activities could not have been undertaken in the last financial year. They were undertaken in the current financial year. So the challenge here is, whereas you have an under expenditure of 85%, that 85% was money that was received in the subsequent financial year, and therefore the activities were undertaken in the financial year, and therefore the next audit on this fund would then capture that expenditure and the activities that were undertaken.
So the 39 was received in 2023-2024?
Yes.
And then the rest was received
in the 2024-2025.
So was there a rebudgeting of this?
Yes, supplementary budget we did.
Okay. So members, your comments?
No comment, Chair, but the COG should also put pressure on the executive for the budgets to be released in good time, because they release a budget very late, so that you don't even have time to work. That is why most of the counties are even returning money to Treasury after the end of the year before working with it, because of these delays of the budget. And Chair, I think also this committee should do something about that to help the counties.
think if there is no any question on that, if there is no any question, we will stop there. Maybe just ask for final comments if there is any from the members, including the member who has just walked in. Any comments, Senator Bogo?
Yes, Chair. Just to the governor. You know, Governor, you are a second-time governor. Your staff are really letting you down. To come here and be put to answer questions about missing files, you really need to read the riot act to them. And sometimes you wonder these issues, even the assembly, how did they handle? Because this is an issue which could be have been handled there at the county level. So, Governor, these people do something.
Sure. Maybe mine is to the CEC through the governor. You've noted in all the funds, the first query is inaccuracies. And you know that is basically capacity and competence. So for you, maybe the best thing to help the governor, you know, it's also good for you to have meetings with your staff, check reports even before, and then when the auditors are in place, you become very close. So, you know, there are some things, because the way you're answering questions, you understand these things very well. So this issue should not reach Senate. Yeah, because I see you are very competent. If on retirement of your boss, you can go for the seat.
Advice well taken, Chair. Thank you. Thank you, Senator.
Thank you. Any other final comments, Senator Cherargei?
Chair, I would have wished we would have done the three, especially education, the one on car and mortgage, and the one on alcoholic drinks. Chair, I know some of us don't take those substance water and soda. Maybe I'll be exempted during that consideration. But the point I wanted to make, Chair, you know, Kenyans pay their taxes very painfully. So it is always unfair when it comes to accountability. We cannot account it properly, Governor. And I saw the communication from COG yesterday over the accountability issue and transparency by the COG. Chair, I have noted a number of things. One is professional misconduct, which all of us agree. The issue of accuracy and disclosure and many others. It points to a bigger problem. That, Chair, you must pronounce yourself as the committee. Because if all this, for the three, because I've had the benefit, for the three, the issue of non-disclosure, accuracy, which are basic accounting issues, have not been handled. And you know, Chair, Nandi is not short of professionals. You are our neighbor, and you know very well. If it was other counties, I don't want to name names so that I'm not accused of profiling them, we would be agreeable. But you know, my community, they are good in sciences and maths. So when you say the shortage of accountants or professional misconduct, Chair, then you must be worried as our neighbor, because you know our prowess in terms of accounting. Finally, in terms of accountability and prioritization of projects under these funds, Chair, I don't think they were fair and clear. The reason, Chair, we are hard on governor. CPA, like that is not new. He has served with the governor. I don't know whether because he's good at covering up or not. Governor is having his second term. So that is why we are asking these hard questions, because as governor goes to, I don't know whether he wants to retire or no, although he says he's too young to retire, which is a story for another day. There must be accountability in terms of all this, Chair. And it is disappointing, Chair, that the OAG has indicated, I don't know whether, Governor, you have seen the OAG analysis. All questions and the benefit of the are not satisfactory. Some are either basic errors or some other are serious errors in terms of movement of cash, Chair. So I want to appeal, the procedure is as good as the outcome. You cannot say, since there was no misappropriation of funds, and the procedure was wrong is acceptable. It has never been acceptable, Chair. Even you remember on the Isiolo case, the reason that matter collapsed is because of lack of procedure. So I want to appeal to the governor as you go home, please take an action against your officer so that we don't need to escalate this. You know, Chair, I'm embarrassed that we are discussing basic accounting errors instead of real issues, Chair. So with those many remarks, Chair, I thank you for the indulgence of the committee. I hope the committee can schedule the issue of education fund, because I really wanted to know. We have been having a problem on the issue of beneficiaries of bursary. I really wanted to know who are these and which institutions are receiving. So I hope, Chair, you can reschedule as a matter of priority. I know the COG yesterday has a problem in terms of consideration within the financial time, and I don't know whether OAG has received that communication from the COG in terms of consideration within the timelines of that has been provided by law. Chair, with those many remarks, thank you for the hospitality and the indulgence that you have given us as a county. We don't take it lightly. I thank you, Chair, and I submit.
Senator Eddy.
Chair, I think that the comment I wanted to make, first of all, thank you, Governor, for always honoring this committee. This committee is a partner committee. While we're doing oversight, we also ensure that we can be able to